Wow. Education transforms lives. Education transformed my life. I wrote those words, and they are now on the district website. I'm a first-generation American born very, very poor in New York City, attended New York City public schools, graduated from the City University of New York with a bachelor's. All 4 years, I was a Regent Scholar. Following that, I worked for 2 years with Burroughs Corporation, now part of Unisys. I then attended Hofstra University, where I got a law degree, also known as a Juris Doctor in tax, Master of Business in finance. I was valedictorian for both of my classes, admitted to Beta Gamma Sigma International Honor Society, and I'm a member of the United States Supreme Court Bar. I started Glick Tax Consultants right after law school. It became a nationwide firm with offices throughout the United States, and after 30 years ended up selling the business to a Fortune 500 company. I moved to Dallas in 1981 and Rowlett in 1984. I think it's safe to say I've won every award possible from the city of Rowlett. 11 years on the Planning and Zoning Commission as chair, 4 comprehensive plans over 25 years. I chaired 2 of those. Rowlett Economic Development, 12 years on the Rowlett Chamber Board. In that room, right back there, right behind you, I chaired the Garland Economic Development Partnership many times. This is my 15th year on the Garland School Board. I carry the designation as Master Trustee. Less than 3% of the trustees in the state have that designation. I'd like to talk to you about 2 programs you may be unfamiliar with GISD. So 2 years ago, Mr. Johnny Beach, who's sitting here in the audience, was president. The administration asked both of us to make a presentation to the Texas Education Agency, TEA, on the system of grade schools. Now, you may be aware that we're a choice district. Go any school you want. But one of the problems that developed was we have a waiting list, a significant waiting list for our magnet campuses. Mr. Beach and I made an incredible presentation, and we got the grant. So what does that lead to? 6 of our campuses, 5 in Garland and 1 in Rowlett, are now being repurposed as we speak. 2 will become academic, 4 will become MST, 6 new magnet campuses. The principals are so excited about this. The communities are so excited about this. The first classes start next year. Our waiting list will slowly diminish down to 0. We are the choice district that's followed in the United States. And now with these 6 new magnet campuses, we will be even better than we were before. There's another program that you may not be familiar with. It's called CCMR, College, Career, and Military Readiness. A independent organization has judged that each of our 7 high schools would have a letter grade A for what we're doing in CCMR. So let's talk about that a little bit. I think it's so important. Think about graduating high school and what do you want to do? College, career, or military? So in terms of college, it's ACTs, SATs, AP, IB designations, dual credit, getting an early degree from college. We do all that. We do it better than anybody else in Dallas County. That's what Commit organization has said. We're the best in Dallas County doing that, getting ready. And we pay for all those tests, by the way. Let's talk about career. There's something called a industry-based certification. Now, I can say you're a great welder. I can say you'd be a great nurse. I can say you understand Google. That's not what happens. Industry sets tests for our kids. They have to pass that test. By the way, we pay for that test. Last year, among the pandemic, in the worst of times, 3,683 of our kids got industry-based certifications, the highest count in Dallas County. We're getting them ready. We're getting them ready for jobs at your businesses. And finally, in terms of military readiness, really kind of interesting because at Rowlett High School, we have the Air Force Junior ROTC. So we think career, military readiness, college, we do it all. We do it better than anybody in this county. My website is larryglick.vote, really easy to go to. I got a call the other day from a lady. She says, did you really laminate those sheets? So when I was board president in 2013, the most important thing we do an awful lot in our district, you know that, getting kids academically ready. Student performance is what matters to me. So what I did is I set up some 5-year goals. I don't think that had ever been done in the district. And what did I do? I actually laminated the sheets with the 5-year goals. I did it again in 2015, and in 2017, I did it again. If you were at our boardroom, which is now under construction, you would see these sheets actually hanging from everybody's seat. So you could just pick them up and look at them and know exactly what our projections were. And we're meeting our projections. Now, there's one other thing I'd like to talk about, and that's transparency. When I ran in 2007 for the board, I talked about the fact we were the largest district in the state not televising our meetings. We do that now. It took a while, we do that now. We have committee meetings, we televise them. I'm the only trustee that I'm aware of in the history of the district that's ever listed a private phone number and a private email address. You've called that number, you've emailed me. I believe in transparency more than anybody I can know of. Now, way back when I was sharing P&Z in Rowlett, I started citizen input. That had never been done by anybody before. I wanted to tell you about an article. So if you go to that website under media, you'll see a letter, and the newspaper titled it Primetime Glick. You say, is that letter real? Well, I have the original right here. Back in 2002, a citizen wrote that letter because of what I did. I invited them to my office. They came. So I'd like to just say one thing about transparency. I believe in transparency. And sir, Mr. Duckworth, 3 weeks ago, you called me. We spent 2 hours on the phone talking. You asked for documents from me, sir, and I provided them to you. When Mr. Duckworth asked me to visit with him at the Ag Center, I went out there twice and met with him on the Ag Center. So, sir, every time you've called me, I've answered your phone call. Every time you've emailed me, I've responded. I'm not going to talk about what the district does. I think everybody knows how transparent our district is. I know what I do. So again, my main thing, my main goal, I've said it every year since I've been on board, is to make the Garland Independent School District the finest large urban district in the United States. We're real close. Our goal, our grade last year was 88, 2 points from being an A district. We will become an A district. Thank you.